Over the last 3 years, the Valley has hosted some of the biggest sporting events the nation has to offer. In 2015, it was the Super Bowl. 2016 brought the College Football Playoff National Championship. And in April 2017, Phoenix played host to the Final Four.
I think it says something about us. Look, we have established a reputation as the #1 city for hospitality, for hosting these big events in the United States of America. Now, that's easy for me to say. I'm the mayor. I'm a homer, so I'm going to say that about my city. But go talk to the NFL or College Football Championship or the NCAA, because they'll tell you that the experience they had here locally was second to none, and it sends a message.
That message? To Stanton, it's one that leaves no doubt that the Valley wants more major events in the coming years. Enter the PGA Championship, previously not an option because it was played in August, not exactly an optimal time to play golf in the desert. But in 2 years, that event moves to May, opening the possibility of Arizona hosting one of golf's majors for the first time.
If the PGA Tour were smart, they would choose this community, because just like people show up in droves to go to the Waste Management Open, they'd show up in droves. We would break every attendance record for a major for the PGA tournament. So I sure hope they look here. We're ready to do it.
The greater Phoenix area is already home to the biggest draw on the PGA Tour, the Waste Management Phoenix Open, which brought in more than 600,000 fans in 2017, including nearly 100,000 out-of-towners, according to a study by ASU's W.P. Carey School of Business. That same study found that the Waste Management Phoenix Open generated $389 million in 2017.
Sometimes we even wonder, how did we build this tournament? Because you go out there and we are known to have the greatest fans, the greatest tournament, and obviously the best attended tournament, golf tournament in the world, right here in the Valley.
Sugich is in his first year as chairman of the Waste Management Phoenix Open and would love to see Phoenix host a future PGA Championship.
We want to promote Phoenix through sports, and to be able to host that down the road, that would be great.
Veteran Valley golf writer John Davis sees the date change as a benefit, but says there are still some issues.
Changing the dates obviously took away one major obstacle, which was the weather. It's very doable in May now, but several obstacles still remain, and the biggest of those is the infrastructure question.
Davis says he doesn't believe there are enough golf courses here in the Valley that have the necessary crowd control components to host a major event. The most suitable, according to Davis, here at TPC Scottsdale, where the Waste Management Phoenix Open is played every year.
The big drawback is this: if it's played in May and the Phoenix Open is played as usual the first week in February or last week in January, that is not enough turnaround time, unless they're going to use the same build-out.
But Stanton isn't concerned and sees other courses as options.
Let's talk it through. Papago Golf Course has been renovated. ASU is partnering with the city of Phoenix to operate that course, and they're turning it into a championship course for NCAA championship level golf as well. There are plenty of other courses that could host it. Wherever it is, the reality is, for an event of that size and magnitude, we're going to have to operate as a region, not just the on-course facility, but what are going to be the outside events associated with it.
Greyhawk Golf Club in Scottsdale will host the NCAA championships from 2020 to 2022. Arizona State golf coach Missy Farkay, whose team is coming off of an NCAA championship last spring, said she hasn't heard any rumblings of a future PGA bid, but thinks a Valley-based PGA Championship is absolutely feasible and would enhance the prominence of golf across the region and nation.
Well, that would be amazing, but you know, and it's hot in the South, and they have it in the South every year, so I don't see why not. You know, this city is a wonderful golf community, and we know how to host great events, from, you know, Final Four to Super Bowls to all kinds of things. So I think that, you know, I think that people have figured out this is a great place to host some amazing events.
And it's not just the marquee events themselves that are beneficial for the city. The supplemental functions are critical. According to another study by the W.P. Carey School, the Final Four pumped $325 million into Phoenix's economy.
The truth is that many more people participated who didn't have a ticket to the game than actually who did have a ticket to the game. That's really important for us, because if we're going to put all this time and effort in, we want to make sure that people here locally feel that they're part of the action, part of the fun, not just those that are participating in the game itself.
Phoenix will not play host to any major championships for at least the next 5 years, and the PGA says it does not speculate on future competition sites, which are scheduled through 2023. In Scottsdale, Tyler Paley, Cronkite News.